It's been 9 years since Jeff Bezos humiliated himself with the infamous "Welcome to the Club" tweet, where he tried to belittle SpaceX after their groundbreaking Falcon 9 rocket landing. The attempt backfired spectacularly, as SpaceX had already been successfully landing rockets for years, making Bezos' comment seem out of touch. Fast forward to today, and Bezos finds himself in a critical position where he can either salvage his damaged reputation in the space industry or risk losing any remaining trust altogether. Blue Origin is gearing up for the launch of its largest rocket yet, the New Glenn. This moment is seen as a make-or-break event for the company. However, this isn't the first time Blue Origin has made big promises. New Glenn was originally supposed to launch years ago, but constant delays have eroded public confidence. Many are skeptical about whether this latest timeline will stick or if it's just another empty promise. In this video, we'll explore whether Blue Origin can finally pull it off, or if this will be yet another setback in their long struggle to compete with SpaceX. Before we dive any deeper, make sure to subscribe to our channel for future updates on Starship and other groundbreaking projects in the space industry. As SpaceX approaches an impressive milestone of nearly 400 successful launches, Blue Origin is finally preparing to enter the orbital rocket market with its New Glenn rocket. Initially, both companies were expected to be fierce competitors in the space industry. With Jeff Bezos' financial resources backing Blue Origin, many believed it would challenge SpaceX and push the boundaries of innovation. However, the reality today is quite different. SpaceX is now the clear leader in the industry, with a valuation exceeding $150 billion. The company conducts over 60 launches annually, setting a record with 61 launches in 2022. Its reusable Falcon rockets dominate the commercial launch market, carrying about 90% of Earthbound payloads into orbit. SpaceX has also advanced further with its ambitious Starship program, which is designed for interplanetary missions and represents the next step in reusable rocket technology. In contrast, Blue Origin has struggled to establish itself as a serious competitor. Valued at approximately $15 billion, it is far behind SpaceX in terms of achievements and market presence. Blue Origin has focused primarily on suborbital flights with its New Shepard rocket, but these missions are not comparable to SpaceX's orbital and interplanetary capabilities. While SpaceX has executed its goals consistently, Blue Origin is only now getting close to its first orbital launch. The New Glenn project has been especially criticized for its delays. Development started before 2013, with plans to launch years ago. However, constant setbacks have pushed the timeline repeatedly, and as of early 2025, the rocket has yet to fly. However, in late 2024, New Glenn made noticeable progress, with the rocket being raised vertically at Launch Complex 36 in Cape Canaveral, Florida, for the first time. It then underwent pre-launch tests, including a static fire test on December 27, 2024. This test was considered a critical milestone and demonstrated that the rocket's engines and systems are functioning as intended. The FAA has issued a launch license for New Glenn, valid for 5 years, allowing it to perform orbital missions. While no official launch date has been announced, reports suggest the first flight could happen as early as January 6, 2025. New Glenn is a heavy-lift orbital rocket designed to be reusable for at least 25 flights. Its reusability is expected to lower launch costs over time, a model similar to SpaceX's. The rocket's large payload capacity, 45 tons to low Earth orbit and 13 tons to geostationary transfer orbit, makes it suitable for various missions including satellite launches and space station resupply. The rocket also has a 7-meter diameter payload fairing, which is larger than most other rockets in operation today. This extra space could make it ideal for launching larger satellites or spacecraft. Despite these strengths, New Glenn faces stiff competition, especially from SpaceX, which has already established itself as the dominant player in the industry. While Blue Origin prepares for New Glenn's debut, SpaceX is far ahead in the race. SpaceX has launched nearly 400 missions and currently carries about 90% of all Earth payloads into orbit. SpaceX's next-generation rocket, Starship, poses an even bigger challenge for Blue Origin. Starship is significantly larger, more powerful, and fully reusable. It is designed not only for satellite launches, but also for interplanetary missions, including crewed flights to Mars. With a height of 120 meters and a payload capacity much greater than New Glenn's, Starship represents the future of space exploration. By comparison, New Glenn is focused on existing markets like satellite deployment, which could limit its long-term impact. As of January 2025, SpaceX has conducted 6 flight tests of the Starship system, each progressively advancing the vehicle's development. The most recent test, conducted on November 19, 2024, achieved a significant milestone by successfully reigniting a Raptor engine in the vacuum of space, a critical capability for future missions involving payload deployment and deep space travel. Looking ahead, SpaceX is preparing for its 7th Starship flight test, scheduled for early 2025. This upcoming mission is notable for its plan to deploy payloads for the first time, specifically releasing 10 model Starlink satellites to simulate the deployment of next-generation Starlink satellites. This test aims to demonstrate Starship's ability to carry and deploy payloads into orbit, marking a pivotal step toward its operational readiness for commercial satellite launches and other missions. SpaceX has been preparing for Flight 7 for several months, and all efforts are now coming together as the launch date approaches. The individual stages of the spacecraft have already completed their tests, and the focus has shifted to the final integration phase. The B-14 booster was successfully transported to the launch pad, marking a key milestone in the mission's preparation. On January 2nd, the flight termination system was installed on B-14. The next major step involves stacking Ship 33 on top of B-14, where the final integration process will take place. This will bring the spacecraft to its complete configuration. SpaceX has also released observation aircraft schedules and maps, allowing for tracking of the flight from a safe distance. Excitement continues to grow as SpaceX confirmed that Flight 7 will introduce Starship version 2, a next-generation spacecraft featuring significant upgrades. Starship version 2 brings major advancements to improve performance and reliability. The forward flaps have been redesigned to be smaller, with sharper edges, and repositioned closer to the tip of the vehicle. This adjustment not only enhances navigation, but also provides improved heat protection during re-entry. A 25% increase in fuel volume enables longer missions, while advancements in the fuel feed lines further improve efficiency. The heat shield has been upgraded with next-generation tiles and a backup protective layer to ensure durability even in the event of tile damage. Additionally, the new avionics system includes more powerful computers, updated sensors, and a backup communication system, enhancing the spacecraft's control during flight. For the first time, Starship will also feature Starlink capabilities, streaming over 120 megabytes per second of high-definition video. This will allow engineers and viewers to track the spacecraft's journey with greater precision than ever before. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.